Swimming League jumped out to an extraordinary start on day one of the Naples match. After the first 19 events, the Cali Condors soared into a 7-point lead, anchored by their sprinting sensation, Caleb Dressel. But today's the final day of the match, and the Energy Standard Aqua Centurions DC Triton, they have their eyes fixed on moving up the standings and snatching that top spot. It's the world's first and only professional swimming league, and the stars of the sport are here. The ISL starts now. Professional swimming has come to Italy, and you can tell the Italians have been waiting their entire lives for this moment. The piscina Scandone filled with electricity. It's the final day of the Naples match, bringing out their Mark Foster, our entire ISL crew. What a night it was last night, and look at how tight, Mark, the team battle is between the Cali Condors and the Energy Standard.
Yeah, there's only 7.5 points split on them, and that came in a relay last night where the Energy Standard team got disqualified, and that was a 20-point sway. But this is over 2 days. Yesterday was the first half. We've got the second half coming up.
And the highlights from day one, our first event on the blocks that featured Caleb Dressel, Chad Leclos, and it did not disappoint.
It was a phenomenal race. Chad Leclos got the touch at the end by 1/100, and that was 2 points difference. Could that be the difference at the end of this competition?
And the home crowd had a lot to cheer for. Aqua Centurions, they won 1-2 in the 50 breaststroke. They also won the 200 freestyle. But the moment of the night, everybody waited for the 50 free, Caleb Dressel battling against Florent Manadou.
This was an absolutely awesome race. It didn't disappoint. It's the first time these two guys have ever raced. The two fastest men on the planet.
And Lily King, how good has she been? She's won every breaststroke event that she's raced in ISL history. But you talked about at the onset, the story was this relay exchange, an 18-point swing. Energy Standard, the relay team DQ'd, and that's a big reason why the Cali Condors had that 7.5-point lead, Mark.
Yeah, and they can't afford to make those mistakes. When it comes down to 1 point making the difference between winning and losing this, and potentially going to the final in Vegas, you can't slip up.
Well, it is wide open here on the final day. Take a look at our schedule here for day two. We start with the 100 freestyle, 16 individual events, 3 relays, and we close it out with the 50 freestyle skins for the men's and the women, and that is something you do not want to miss. The International Swimming League is scored 9 events for first place, and an individual event, double points, 18 points for a win in the relay. And how important are the skins? 27 points to the victor in the skins race at the end of day 2. All right, to start, it's the women's 100-meter freestyle. And right off the start, we get a chance to look at the MVP from a week ago, Sarah Sjöström. What a performance she had, 54 points, and to start her ISL career, Mark, she's won 6 of her first 7 events.
It's not bad, is it? She's solid. She is the in-form swimmer, so, she's there to be shot at, but I can't see her being beaten tonight.
And the crowd, they can't wait to see Federica Pellegrini. She swam the 200 freestyle last night. She'll go right head-to-head with Sarah Sjöström being in lane 5. And Femke Hemskirt in lane number 6. And you can't count on the Cali Condors. They'll be in 7-8, Olivia Smoliga and Mallory Comerford. But last week, Sjöström, she won this event by over half a second. The question is, who can challenge her? We know Pellegrini, she's really good at the 200. How do you size her up here in the 100, Mark?
I think it's 100 meters too short. She's 7-time world champion, over 7 world championships. She knows how to swim races, but I think this is going to be a little bit too short for her.
Sjöström right now, 3rd in the MVP. And Sjöström trying to set the tone for Energy Standard on day 2. Trying to climb back into the lead, and she got off to a good start. Also, Olivia Smoliga in lane number 7 in the blue cap. She got off to a good start as well. She's the first of the turn.
Yeah, Strostrom's gone out strong. She's going to lead and try and control it from the front, but Hemsker going with her teammates there, and Liga not letting them go either.
The Energy Standard, what a start it would be if they could get a 1-2 top performance here. That's where they sit.
Now Pellegrini does not have the pace, but she has the endurance. She'll start clawing him back. There might not be enough space in the pool, but here they come, the last 25 meters.
Sjostrom, Sanchez actually, she's swimming for Energy Standard. Sanchez battling out, can Sjostrom get her hand on the wall? It's going to be a 1-2 finish. Energy Standard with Sjostrom leading the way. Big points to start things off, as combined that will be 16 points. And man, James Gibson loves that performance by Sjostrom.
The result could not get any better for the Energy Standard. Trailing by 7.5 points, they've nearly made it up there in the first race of the evening. Couldn't have asked for a better result.
How about the closing speed for Sjostrom? The final 10 meters.
It all came down to the touch. We say in races, it's who gets their hand on the wall first, and that was a tight race. But their teammates.
Siobhan Hagi, who won the 200-meter freestyle, she finishes third. And take a look at the points. That's the difference. 8 points, the differential. That's going to be enough to put Energy Standard into the lead right after the first event on the pool deck here on day 2. And you see they got a half-point lead, 246 points to 245 points. As they bring onto the pool deck the men's 100-meter freestyle. Another battle between our top 2 MVP contenders. Caleb Dressel, 22.5 points on day 1. Chad LeClos, 22 points. You can see how much fun Caleb Dressel had in his ISL debut last night. You never see Caleb Dressel in lane number 7, but that's where he sits alongside his teammate Bo Becker. It's Becker and Dressel in 7 and 8. Billis, LeClos in 5 and 6. Correa, who won the 204. Cottarelli in 3. Howard in 2. And Zach Apple in lane number 1. In fact, they're going to make a change here. Evgeny Rylov is going to jump in and swim in lane number 6. James Gibson really felt like Rylov was the swimmer of last night. But Caleb Dressel, man, is he good getting off the blocks.
The best starter in the world, and he uses that to his advantage. Chad LeClos also really good underwater here. But look at Rylov, he's taking it to them.
Wow, Rylov out to the early start. He turns first. Cottarelli for the Aqua Centurions turning second. And right now, Energy Standard 1-3, but Rylov starting to fade. Dressel moving up, and they turn all together with 1 lap to go.
Rylov threw everything in there down the first 50. Dressel held himself back and then pushed towards the end here.
Wow, what a turn, what a finish, and he does it in the final 25. Caleb Dressel getting the win. That, folks, that was a special turn you just saw there by Caleb Dressel.
He was almost playing with them there. He knows he's the fastest swimmer in the world. He let Rylov take them out. Whether it shocked him, I don't know. But you just see him come off this last wall here, and he just kicks and kicks and kicks, makes up that distance, then just takes off.
Get to watch a special swimmer here in the ISL. Caleb Dressel, 9 points. Bo Becker will get 3. For the couples, that's the key. You see Energy Standard, it's all about the team points. Chad LeClos leads a 2-3 finish. And in fact, 1 extra point tally for Energy Standard as they get 13 points on that race. For the Cali Condors, 12. And now they have a 1.5 point lead, as we're just getting things kicked off here on day 2 of the Naples match. Next event on the pool deck, the the fastest 100-meter breaststroker in the world, Lily King. She will be in lane number 8, trying to get her 6th International Swimming League win. Martina Carrero, you just saw her, she's in lane number 3. She was 4th a week ago in this event in Indianapolis, but 3rd at the World Championships in the 100-meter breaststroke. Pickett and Gladden 1 and 2. Carrero, Bowl 3 and 4. Smith and Gunish in 5 and 6. This has been a key event the first 2 weeks for the Cali Condors because they have just had a knack mark of going 1-2, and you already see Lily King, Molly Hannes up at the top of the pool in 7 and 8, getting off to a great start.
Yeah, that's the way the teams are made up. Some of them have loaded their team with more stroke specialists, and Energy Standard have gone for more the sprint freestyle specialists. But Lily King here, looking great down the first length with Hannes going with her. Like you said, 1-2 Bernie in Indianapolis, and I think they're going to go it again.
Yeah, this one doesn't even look it down after the first 50 meters. 29.9, Lily King, her first 50. She and Hannes looking smooth, and everybody trying to catch the queen of breaststroke out in lane number 8. Lily King trying to put the Cali Condors back on top here on day number 2. Can Brittany Gladden get in there in the 2 spot? She cannot. King, she's gonna win it. Hannes will go 2nd, and that'll be 16 more for the Cali Condors, who have back-to-back wins. Caleb Dressel followed by Lily King getting it done.
She's so powerful off the walls. She uses her turns so well, but heading the way here, she's the class act. It was going to be whether they could go 1-2, and where Energy Standard ended up behind them, which they ended up 7th and 8th. So that's a big, huge point sway.
And 9 and 7, so 16 combined points to only 3 for the total. So that's a 13-point swing right there on that event. That goes to show you, Mark, about the strategy when these coaches are trying to put together the lineup, put together the roster. The goal, obviously, is to get 2 swimmers to get as high up at each race as they possibly can get.
Yeah, that's also the beauty. You can see how quickly the points can sway from one way to another. It's never over.
But the good news, as you see the start list in the 100-meter breaststroke, is things get a whole lot better for James Gibson's squad here in the men's 100-meter breaststroke. Is Shemanovich, who won the 200 breast already. He won the 100 breast a week ago in Indianapolis. They're without Anton Chukov. He will be at the London Derby in 1 month. That'll be a big upgrade on the breaststroke leg for Energy Standard. But that, again, with 16 swimmers, you bring 12 on your roster to each meet. Strategy plays a huge role in deciding what athletes you want to race. Cannot count out the Aqua Centurions. Nicola Martineghi, he's in 4. Fabio Scazzoli in lane number 3. Those two were 1-2 in the 50 breaststroke yesterday. Fink, he's in lane number 8. He was 2nd in the 200 breaststroke. Cody Miller at the bottom of the pool in lane number 1. He swam a whole lot better yesterday in the 200 breast, but he's off to a sluggish start. In the battle right now, it's in the middle of the pool. Shemanovich looking really smooth. The first 50.
He's so fast round in the walls there, but after the last event they didn't score well. He really needs to win this race. He needs the 9 points for the team. He's got his rhythm, he's flowing, he looks powerful.
You can't see Fink. He's at the top of the pool in lane number 8, trying to move up for the Aqua Centurions, but it is going to be Shemanovich in the lead. Fink trying to get him. Martineghi trying to claw his way up. Aqua Centurions a good finish, but Shemanovich getting Energy Standard back on top. And a 2-3 finish for the Aqua Centurions. does is win. Shimanovic won the 200 breast, and back-to-back weekends he's won the 100 breaststroke as well.
Coming here to the last turn, you can see them holding their streamline. Look how far they go off the wall, over 10 meters underneath the water, 15 meters to swim. You see that undulation, great timing. They're burning and hurting here, but he was going to get to that wall first. Aqua Centurion had a great result getting second and third. They had much needed points at the bottom of the table as well.
And they get 209 points after that second and third. And look at that chain. Sergey did not meet the time standard, so a 1-point deduction. And that gives Energy Standard only 9 points. So only a differential of 1 point, despite the fact that they got a win. And Aqua Centurions, actually as a whole, they score more points than Energy Standard did. As we set ourselves up to get a chance to watch the world champion in this event this summer, Marion Titmus, she will be in lane number 7. Swimming for the Cali Condors, Melanie Margalis. She had a brilliant 400 IM that she won yesterday. Here's lane number 1. Leah Neal, Emma Barksdale. Get a chance early to talk to Anna Miley. She'll be in lane number 3. She's really enjoying getting a chance to compete here in this ISL.
I think all these swimmers are loving it, the fact that swimming's been taken professional now, and they're going to get the opportunity to show their talents off to the world and also earn a living from it too.
There's Sophie Harvey in 6, Bernadette Conant in 5 for the Energy Standard. I told you in 7 and 8, Titmus and Margalis. The 400 free, the 400 IM, these are the longest events you'll see on the slate. It truly is an action-packed 2 hours of swimming. A little extra breather. Margalis is still bouncing. Well, a week ago, it was Katie Ledecky winning this event for the DC Triton, and she almost broke the world record. That's how quick she swam. Cindy Gallagher and her squad, they are without Katie Ledecky this week, so they had to make some adjustments as far as the strategy goes. But you see the standings right now. The goal, of course, is to get to Las Vegas and the championship final. Only 2 American teams, 2 European teams will advance. And so far, Mark, we've only seen the first 2 American teams and the first 2 European teams. We're going to see Pool B next week in Dallas and Hungary. Yeah, it's so important to get the points early.
Yeah, we kind of put it in simplistic terms. This is the first half of the world of swimming, if you like, and then from next week we're going to see the second half. So not all the best swimmers from world swimming are here, but when we get to the final in Vegas, they'll all be shooting it out together.
The first week, Energy Standard, they earned the 4 points as a team, so they're at the top of the table. Cali Condors finished second, they got 3 points. DC Triton, 2 points for that second place finish, and the Aqua Centurions only a point. Now this is the final time that these teams will match up against a European opponent, because we talked about the Washington, D.C., the U.S. Derby that will go on where all the American teams will be there. And of course the Continental Derby that you'll be at in London where all the European teams, and that'll be the final jockeying point for these teams to battle it out to try to get points and jump up the standings. But you feel pretty good right now if you're the Cali Condors and Energy Standard, because worst case scenario for James Gibson and company, it looks like they will have 7 points after the weekend and potentially get 8 points if they can walk away with a win tonight.
Yes, that's true, and you'd like to think if they get to 7 points that they're not going to make the final technically. They could still be knocked out, but they've got a very, very good shout. I mean, they're 2 of the strongest teams of all the 8 teams, and they've shown that in their strength and depth.
You see Titmus to the early lead here in the 400 freestyle. This is a race that's truly about the walls. We see a lot of these international stars swim long course, but we don't get to see this much short course action. It's really exciting to get a chance to see some of these swimmers swim short course meters.
It's a little... In Europe, we tend to swim short course meters over the winter period, and of course all the major competitions are long course meters, and the Olympic pool come in summertime. So, like in America, you have the collegiate system that runs until about April, where they all swim short course yards. We don't have 25 yards, we have the 25-meter pool, but it's sometimes a lot more exciting racing because you're getting the athletes bouncing off walls. The arena's a lot smaller, and therefore it's a lot more intimate with the crowd.
Titmus, Mark Alice, 100 meters to go, followed by Sarah Kohler, who was fourth in this event. She was 8th in the 800 free and 10th in the 400 free in Rio 2016. And for the distance swimmers, this is as good as it gets, Mark. This is as short of an event as you'll see in the ISL.
Yeah, it's 4 minutes of swimming here. Ariana Titmus is the world record holder. Obviously last week she lost to Caitlin Decky, as you say, and Katie nearly got near the world record, but they're the best 200, 400 freestylers in the world. But seeing these girls go at it here, and I like the fact that it's not like traditional swimming where all the fastest swimmers are in the middle of the pool, so there's a lot more tactics involved because you can't see what's happening on the other side.
Well, look at this, Titmus being pushed by Marcalis. Cali Condors, 1, 2, again, 16 more. Titmus, followed by Marcalis, and Sarah Kohler will finish third for the Aqua Centurions.
That's another huge race for the Cali Condors, a 1-2, maximum points. They're getting further away from energy standard at the moment.
Dallas pushed the pace. The final 25, but Titmus able to hold on. Leah Neal jumps into the 4th spot for the DC train. Bonna will go 5th. Mary Sophie Harmon, she swam 1,400 meters a week ago, 1,200 meters this week. So she has put in a lot of meters in the pool. She will finish 7th. So that's the big difference. Again, you see 4 points, 2 points, only 6 points for energy standard. So that's another 10-point swing. So the Cali Condors, they had a 7.5-point lead to start, and they continue to push the pace. Now they are ahead by 20.5 points, 297.5 points to 277 points. Aqua Centurions, I won't say comfortably in 3rd place, but certainly Sarah Kohler helps out their total there. As the men's 400-meter freestyle is our next event. It's a much better event for energy standard. Romanchuk is going to be in 5. Zerk in 6. Romanchuk, who's white, became a world champion in athletics last weekend in Indianapolis. The entire team was watching, cheering her on. That had to be a special moment. Talk about some athletic kids later on in life. So Romanchuk typically still a 1,500-meter swimmer, which is, I'd still say, Mark, a completely different race than a 400-meter. He'll be in lane number 5.
Absolutely, a quarter of the distance. I mean, this to him is a real sprint.
Thank you, Mark.
And a week ago in lane number 1, Zane Grothe led this race from start to finish, getting the win in Indianapolis. And I would expect for him to push the pace once again. And to think about the team battle, you got a guy like Mark Saranik, he's in lane number 7, kind of an IMer, if you will. He jumps in, he's swimming the 400 freestyle.
Yeah, this is where we've mentioned it. You can only have 16 team members on your roster, but actually in one competition you can only have 14 men, 14 women. 12 of them can swim individuals, and 2 of them just in the relays. So in some of the races where you haven't got a specialist in that event, you're going to have to put someone else in. That's where you have to make that call. Hopefully you've got swimmers like Saran can swim a medley so he can swim all the strokes, but you're going to be losing points. It's just how many points you're going to lose, or how many points you can potentially make up.
And a week ago, the story was the same for Energy Standard. They had Victoria Gunish, breaststroker, IMer. She was forced to swim the 400 freestyle because you got to fill all the slots. You only get 12 male swimmers, 12 female swimmers, equal competition, equal points, equal prize money. And overall, you only get 16 roster spots too. So for the GMs, for the managers, this is a huge chess match trying to put together your roster and find out who are the best athletes week in and week out. Because, you know, some swimmers, they can't swim every meet. Some swimmers are injured. Some swimmers obviously not up to it because of illness.
Yeah, and that's where your substitutes come in so well. So for argument's sake, I was talking to James Gibson from Energy Standard, and he picks a couple of substitutes that would just come in and swim all the relays for him, because your star swimmers, so to speak, and need to rest in between some of these races. We've seen tonight, these races come fast and furious, but it's in the middle of the pool here at the moment. It's a head-to-head race in the middle of the pool from Romanchuk and Zellman.
Yeah, Paul Zellman, 24 years old, out of Germany. And again, we talked about it last night. A swimmer from Denmark in 8, Great Britain in 7, Estonia in 6, Ukraine in 5, Germany in 4, Australia in 3, Serbia in 2, and an American in lane number 1. Folks, this is the International Swimming League. Every lane has an athlete that represents a different country competing. That makes it really special.
So at this wall here, they're going to have 100 meters left.
Paul Zellman, stroke for stroke with Romanchuk. Look at that, only 2 100s separating. And Grothy, who won it a week ago, he's 3/10 off.
Yeah, they're both looking at each other now on this length. They're eyeing each other out. They can look at each other's eyeballs. That's only a couple of meters between them. Romanchuk going to his legs a little bit now, trying to give himself a little bit of a lead.
Energy Standard down by about 20 points. They could use the win.
Romanchuk gets away every turn, just by a couple of inches, but those inches over 16 lengths make all the difference.
But here comes Grothy. Grothy going to his feet. Romanchuk going to his feet, and it's going to be Grothy turning first. What a final 50 for him. Romanchuk, Grothy, Zellman battling. It's going to be down to the touch. It's going to be Grothy. Back-to-back wins, back-to-back weekends, and he gets 9 points for the DC Triton.
Oh, what a race. He's out there on his own, not being seen by the other swimmers. You see, they can't swim in. They were in their own little race in the middle of the pool. They couldn't see Grothy on the outside. He took advantage of that. He won last week and won again today.
Cindy Gallagher into it. You see their GM, Olympic champion Caitlin Sanino on the left. She'll celebrate the win, 9 points. As DC Triton, they would love to jump in front of the Aqua Centurions here on the final day. The difference between them, 13 points of the DC Triton, 7 points of the Aqua Centurions. They're within 13, but the Cali Condors still leading our match with 304.5 points. But anything can happen, as we've seen on the relays. Double points, 18 points for first, 14 points for second, 12 points for third. And as James Gibson and company found out yesterday, disaster if your team is disqualified or does not finish. Get that minus 4-point deduction. Plus you miss out on the opportunity to get double points. women's 4x100 medley relay. DC Triton 1 and 2. Aqua Centurions 3 and 4. Energy Standard 5 and 6. And look at this relay team in lane number 7 for the Cali Condors. Olivia Schmaliga, Lily King, Kelsey Dahlia, and Mallory Comerford. Probably the same team you may see swim for the United States in Tokyo 2020. That's how good that team is. But you can't count out Energy Center. Lane number 5, they're 18. Georgia Davies, Imogen Clark, who's a 50 breaststroke specialist, Sjostrom, and Kayla Sanchez. And for many of these athletes, it's going to be their second event in the first 30 minutes of the competition. Double points on the line. 4x100 medley relay. Back, breast, fly, then free. Do you think, Mark, after yesterday, will these athletes be a little more cautious because of the energy standard disqualification?
Yeah, I think they'll be safe. I think they'll try and keep everything safe. I think they probably did yesterday, but someone just got a little bit excited and went a little bit early. I think you're completely right there. I think Smaliga, King, Dahlia, and Hines from the Cali Condors and 7 are just going to be too hot for everybody else, but anything can happen. We've seen it before.
And the big challenge, because you swum in a ton of relays during your time, is it's hard this early on to really get that timing down when you've only done a couple of exchanges.
Well, this is probably the first relay race they have swam since, well, actually probably since last week, but actually since the World Championships. They had the World Championships, they went home, they've basically had a rest period, and they've got back into training, and then getting here in this environment, with this many people watching you, the loud music, the excitement, you know, things can go wrong. They can get their mark wrong. When a swimmer comes in, they're marking them, and they get a certain distance from the wall, they will just go.
Lily King in 7. Molly Hannes in 8. Kiara Smith in lane number 6. Energy Standard right now holding on very closely. They would love to pull an upset and get those 18 points back on the Energy Standard side.
Yeah, whatever happens with the Energy Standard, they can't let the Cali Condors get a 1 and 2. They need to split the 1 and 2 up. They need to keep points away as much as possible from the Cali Condors. But I can also tell you, Bernie, there is no Sarah Sjostrom. They're resting them for races later on, so the start list is wrong at the moment.
Halfway home, Lily King. She's got the Cali Condors in a 1-2 spot. DC Triton trying to move up in lane number 2. Grana Throstle into the pool in lane number 2. Kelsey Dahlia swimming fly in 7. Natalie Hines swimming butterfly in lane number 8.
Yes, as we thought, Cali Condors, it's a little bit too strong through this relay for everybody else, but it's whether they can go 1 and 2. Third them for the fly here, just the 100 freestyle meters to go. Energy Standard clawing back a little bit, and then over into DC Trident coming through too.
Great final turn. Dahlia hands it off. 2:55.50. Cali Condors 1-2 spot. Hines swimming the final 100. Let's see if Greg Troy brought the magic. The Condors trying to get a 1-2 finish, but they're going to have to battle it out. Energy Standard moving up. DC Trent moving up as well. Javad Hahi swimming the final 100 for the DC Trent in lane number 2. No doubt about it. The Condors, they're going to win it. DC Trent will finish second and Energy Standard will finish third. Great closing 100 by Hahi, but Hines anchors the relay.
That's also the beauty of this competition. You're not just getting one team home, you've got to get both team homes. Both teams count, both teams score. Cali Condors an easy win there, but then for the second, the race for second place, they ended up coming 4th, so much vital points taken away by the other teams.
Cali Condors first and 4th. Energy Standard 3rd and 5th. So they get 12 points for 3rd and 8 points for 5th. So a total of 20 points. So the difference only 8 points that the Cali Condors will add to their total and to the 4x100 medley relay. And the Condors soaring on day number 2, trying to get their first ISL team win in the lead.
No individual changes, but we have some relay order changes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Any changes?
No changes. No changes. Okay, Jason.
Any changes?
No changes. Grazie.
Yeah, a few changes happening. First one is going to be Colomet in on the 50 fly and out Santo Condorelli. Then the 2 relays. So one is Alessandro Minessi, Cornelia, Larissa, Federica, and this one. Okay? Thank you. Thank you. Io vado a vedere gli altri.
Jason Lezak, GM for the Cali Condors. How are we doing this evening?
This is awesome. We got a little lead going on. The relay points being double, we put a lot more emphasis on it this time around. I think that we have a good strategy going into this. We're going to finish strong with the skins. We hurt on that last time. We've made some adjustments. I think we might be able to hold this lead.
Yeah, I noticed there on the women's relay there, you basically had the USA national team. They were strong, but your second team got in there too.
Yeah, at the last meet in Indy, we went 1-2 on that. I think we might have been able to adjust that relay a little bit to possibly go 1-2 again. So this is all new to everybody. I think that's a learning experience that the coaches will do and fix that for next time.
Yeah, I saw actually on the women's relays there that Energy Standard took Sjostrom out and Hemskirk out, and they're obviously that's their strategy, saving their swimmers till later.
Yeah, as we know how important those skins are with the triple point, so I think they're making a strategy there, but we really have good swimmers as well, and I think we've adjusted their swims. We left them on the relay, but we're fixing it in other places.
So you and I have swum for a number of years. I'm loving this competition format. Do you see the future of swimming right here with this?
I would have loved a meet like this. The both of us probably would have loved to be swimming in this, and we've done competitions similar, but nothing to this extreme. And I think it's a great show. The people here are having fun. Everybody at home is having fun, and most importantly, the athletes are really enjoying it as well. All right, thanks.
Thank you.
Cali Condors, their captain, Kayla Dressel, Olivia Oliga, their vice captain. And they have a talented roster. The breaststroke prowess, Lily King. She's won all 6 ISL events that she's swimming individually. Melanie Margalis, champion. Tippis winning the 4-3. Very solid, well-rounded roster put together by Jason Lezak. brothers who are currently in the lead. Back in Naples, International Swimming League. What a start to our second day of competition. Coaches with their opportunity in this break to make their changes. And this has been just a whole lot of fun, particularly for the home team. Matteo Junta and the Aqua Centurions, they have got to be having fun, Mark, here with this home crowd, taking it all in. And they've really thrived with the crowd behind them here in Naples, Italy.
So Matteo, I saw you made some changes there. What's happening?
We was looking at the first part of the competition and we decided to mix it up. We need every time to see what happened during the race and then make some adjustment. All the athletes, they already knows about it, so it's fine.
Oh, and they're pleased with the team so far? There seems to be a two-way competition at the top of the board, and then yourself and DC Trident, there's a tussle at the bottom there.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough game. It's a tough game, man. We had already this experience in Naples. We got the fourth position. We don't want to be again fourth, so we are trying to do our best to catch the third position at least.
And the relays and the skins, have you changed things up there slightly?
Yeah, they are changing everything. So with the skin race, even if you are behind of a few points, a lot of points, you can change everything. So the skin race is the most important race in this format.
And the crowd helping you?
Of course, the crowd is amazing. This fantastic atmosphere. We really love it. We have to say thank you to all these people that came out here to see us and to cheer for us.
So thank you very much indeed.
Thank you. Thank you.
Matteo Junta, their captain, Pellegrini, their vice captain, Cosley. And to take a look at this team, Contarelli's had a great performance last week among the top in contention for the MVP. Correa's won a number of events. But at the end of the day, they've gotten a lot of wins, particularly in the short breaststroke on the men's side, but they could certainly use the depth that they want to try to climb up the overall match score, which right now, it's the Cali Condors in the lead with 332.5 points. ISL is the first ever professional swimming league with athletes competing for team points, not times. Placing higher gets swimmers more points for the team. The times are not important. Getting your hands on the wall. Our first 8 teams, 2 groups of 4, 2 clubs from the United States, 2 clubs from Europe in each group. 2 derbies, 1 derby with clubs from only the USA and 1 derby with only clubs from Europe. We'll see that in November, and the top 2 clubs from the United States and the top 2 clubs from Europe during the regular season will advance to the final match in Las Vegas in December with an opportunity to be world champions. And of course, equal men, equal women, 12 men, 12 women competing. They equally contribute to the team scoring, equal number of men's and women's events, and equal points. And athletes with previous disqualification for doping cannot compete for an ISL club. This is the ISL, International Swimming League. Let's go down to Mark, who's with the head coach of Energy Standard, James Gibson.
I'm here with James Gibson from the Energy Standard. James, Started off really well, went down a little bit, but picked things up again. Have you made more changes?
No changes. We know our strategy. We're going to stick with it. I think, you know, the Cali team have just really stood up here. You know, we're still hurting from that relay disqualification yesterday. If not, there's only 2 points in the match. As it is, we're 20 points behind or so, and we've got a little bit of catching up to do. But we've got some big ones coming. I'm pretty confident we can catch up, but it's all going to come down to the skins. It's going to be Florent Manadou versus Caleb Dressel to win the match. That's what it's going to come down to right at the end, and we just got to keep plugging away at those one little points.
So it's almost like a little bit of a penalty shootout when it comes at the end because there's so many points at stake.
That's exactly like that. Exactly like that. No, we're really strong in the women with Sarah Shosham and Femke Hemskirk going in the women's skins. And then I can't wait. I'm excited to watch this as a swim fan and a spectator. But you know what? The team has to step up a little bit more in this next period. And I've just been out to chat out back with the captains and they're getting them all going.
I must admit, I've been blown away by the quality of the swimming and the swimmers that are in there. But as you say, being a swimming fan, Manadou and Dressel, it's the second time they've raced and getting them to go head to head over skins, fantastic.
Well, they're going 50 fly first.
Oh, okay.
They're going 50 fly in about 5 minutes. I know there's going to be plenty. As the league develops, as the ISL develops, they're going to be racing each other a lot more. And you know, swimming needs these rivalries. It needs something. It needs a Messi versus Ronaldo and this sort of stuff. And you know, the future's very good for us, and I'm excited to be part of it.
Awesome. Good luck.
Take a look at our highlights early on. Kostrom with an early win. Caleb Dressel, a spectacular final 25. He got his hand on the wall first. Kemanovic getting the win for Energy Standard in the 100 breaststroke. As it's time for the men's 200-meter individual medley. Our next event on the pool deck here in Naples. Right now, Cali Condors soaring out to 20-point advantage. Stupin, Kolesnikov in 5 and 6, trying to catch back up for Energy Standard. Larkin and John Shebat will go in 7 and 8. Andres Vazeos, he'll be in 1. He had a really good swim a week ago, and he finished 2nd in this event. Even the Aquas Endurance, they got to start Alonso Che in lane number 3. He just has not found his form early on in this ISL competition.
No, he's one of the world great swimmers. He's been around for a long time. He's won many Olympic medals and many World Championship medals, but he's just not on songless meat at the moment. I can tell when he's not on good form because he hasn't shaved his head. That's normally his signature move, shaving the head.
Good start, Mitch Larkin. He won this event a week ago in Indianapolis. He and John Shebat got to a 1-2 start. But this is a race where there's a lot of strategy that goes into it because you got the butterfly at the back, the breaststroke. Sometimes this one comes down to who's got the best breaststroke.
Yeah, breaststroke is a key stroke for this because generally you find people that can swim fly back in free do not have a great breaststroke. And breaststrokers can kind of really make use of that leg and claw back many meters. Kolesnikov in there in lane 6, he's got a great backstroke, but what's he going to do on this breaststroke now?
Kolesnikov trying to move up in lane number 6. Energy Standard could use some points. It's lane number 8. Mitch Larkin leading, 75 meters to go. And the key really for Kolesnikov is just to try to squeeze and break apart a potential 1-2 finish for the Cali Condors. They're trying to get 16 more points in this event. They're getting a little help from Andreas Vazeos. He's in lane number 1 for the DC Train. And look at this, bottom of the pool, he has moved up in a big way. He's in the lead with 50 meters to go.
Oh, he must be loving it. He's out of the way. They can't see him over there. He's making his move. Has he got enough left in those legs for this last length?
He turns first, 25 meters to go, trying to get a win for the DC Train. Larkin trying to challenge him. It's lane 1 against lane 8 in the 200 IM. Who is going to touch first? It is Larkin for the Cali Condors. Vazeos second for the DC Train.
It's a tie. They've tied for first.
Wow. 1:53.44. Right on the nose. down the stretch, they both really wanted it, and they both will come away winners in the 200 IM.
That's what we want to see. Great racing, great competition there. On opposite ends of the pool in 1 and 8, they couldn't see each other through that whole race, but they still gave it everything back to that wall. 8 lengths, nothing splitting them.
So 8 points for Pizeos and for Larkin as they'll tie for 1-4 for the Cali Condors, gets them 13 points. DC trying with 12 points. And NP Standard, though, the lead moves further away as they only able to total 5 points in the men's 200-meter individual medley. So look at that. 345.5 points for the Cali Condors, 312 for Energy Standard. Aqua Centurion still third. And this is another good event for the Cali Condors a week ago. They had a 1-2 finish. Margalis will be in lane number 8, Kingsley in lane number 7. Aqua Centurions, Hannah Miley, Henke. Big change this week as Fontaine joined Energy Standard's team. She'll swim with Kayla Sanchez. And it's week in and week out the roster moves that you make, Mark. That's going to make a difference and get you to Las Vegas.
Yeah, you see from meet to meet where you lost points, where you could potentially make them up when other swimmers come in. As you say, those swimmers might not be available for that meet. So you're having to make adjustments all the time.
The winner a week ago, Melanie Margalis. We just saw her swim the 400 freestyle. Couldn't have been but 20 minutes ago. None of these swimmers just swam the relay moments ago.
This is where we're going to see whether the swimmers have done the recovery right. So they finish their race, they go out the back, they go through to the warm down pool, swim a few laps, try and get the lactate down, and then get ready, get warm again and prepare for another race. Margalis, as you say, swam 400 freestyle. That's a hard race. And here she goes in the 200 medley. This fly will be hurting.
1-2 start, Cali Condors, bottom of the screen, Bethany Galat. She's a breaststroker. She can be in contention the first 100 meters. She's got a chance to get the win.
Yeah, and she's down the bottom here. She's out of the way. They won't see her.
Fontaine Lesapar moving up in lane number 5. Sanchez trying to move up in lane number 6, trying to get points for Energy Standard. Kayla Sanchez, who was third in Indianapolis a week ago. Looking strong the first 100, and she will touch and turn second. Kingsley, Sanchez, Margalis. Those are the first 3 halfway home. Look at
It's a great race. Sanchez has got a good freestyle on the back leg here. Like you said a minute ago, Bernie, there's swam relays. There's some tired bodies out there. It's the person that's going to fight for that pain down these last 2 laps.
This is quite a 50 for Melanie Margalis as she has opened up the lead. Sanchez, though, moving into the 2 slot as they turn with 50 meters to go. Margalis, Galat, Sanchez battling it out on the women's 200 IM. Who's still got it in the legs after all the swimming we've seen over 2 days here in Naples. Man, Melanie Margalis, she has still got the fitness. How about this final 100? Margalis has won the 200 IM back-to-back week. She's got another win for the Cali Condors. Sanchez will finish second, and Galat will finish third in the 200 IM.
That's a great race. I feel for her 400 freestyle followed up by 200 medley. That's not easy races back-to-back there, but she looked really fresh and strong down those last 2 laps. Going to her legs here into the last turn. She had the race in the bag. That must have made her feel a little bit better, but she's burning. She's putting her body through it.
he did not meet the time standard. It'll be a 1-point deduction. So Aqua Centurion 7th and 8th. That'll be a big point for DC trying to move up. As DC trying, they'll get 9 points. Centurions only coming away with 2 points. And the difference, only 1 point tacked onto the total, and the differential between the Cali Condors and the Energy Standard, as we've reached another event that everybody in this building can't wait to see. How about this field in the men's 50-meter fly? Caleb Dressel, Chad Leclos, Warren Manadou. This is an event that Energy Standard owned a week ago. They were 1st and 2nd. The Cali Condors, they were at the bottom, 6th and 7th.
I love this race, Bernie. It used to be my event. I had the world record for a while. It's gone down an awful lot since then, but these are big boys. Over 2 laps. The start's going to be key. How they get off the block, how they get into the water, find their timing. And as we know, Dressel's underwater on the back end. The second lap is going to be amazing. So this is in for a big, big race. Chad looking over at Caleb there. He's up for this.
Chad Leclos, Caleb Dressel, part 2. Last night it was Leclos winning the 100 butterfly. Tonight they will be separated by a lane. Dressel is in 8, Ress in 7, Leclos in 6, Manadou in 5. Keep your eyes on the top of the screen. This is going to be quick. 50 fly. And Caleb Dressel. Wow, what a start. Turning even with Manadou. Dressel staying down longer. Chad Leclos trying to close. Leclos and Dressel battling again, and this time it goes to Caleb Dressel. What a difference Caleb Dressel makes. A week ago, Energy Standard was 1st and 2nd, but insert Dressel, and they're 2nd and 3rd here in Naples.
Lived up to the hype. It was a great, great race. Leclos been under 22 3 times, but Dressel doing what he needs to do. He's the best starter in the world. He's the man on form at the moment, but put these guys in the pool together and they don't want to give an inch to each other. First lap, Dressel hit the wall perfectly. Great underwater off the second lap, using all 15 meters. Not up yet, here he comes. Head down on the touch, took it by 0.2 of a second. Energy Standard getting 2nd and 3rd.
Think he's having fun, Mark?
Oh, he's loving it. He just, it sounds stupid, every swimmer loves racing, but racing in front of a crowd like this, who could not like that?
Against the best swimmers in the world.
There you go.
Folks, this is professional swimming. And in fact, +3 on that event. For Energy Standard, they will pick up 3 points as they get 13 points. And now we get to see Sarah Sjostrom, the MVP from a week ago. She will go in lane number 6. She is in contention for the MVP this week. You can't count her out. She's set to go in the skins. Anything can happen. Kelsey Dahlia in 8, Natalie Hines in 7. Anastasia Shurkadai in 5 for the Energy Standard next to Sjostrom. Natalie Hines jumped off really good. Dahlia, remember, she won the 100 butterfly last night. Sjostrom, though, she is turning the corner first, trying to get back on top. How about the underwater, though? Dahlia, Sjostrom, back and forth. This is going to be down to the touch, and it's going to go to Sjostrom. 24.98. 9 points to Energy Standard.
saw there in lane 8, Dahlia in lane 8. She's got great underwater. Sjöström's not an underwater swimmer. She's not got the best underwater kick, but she's the fastest swimmer on the surface. You see here in lane 6 there, she's up, she's away, but Dahlia used all that underwater coverage there. Nearly got back to her. It's a tight, tight race in the end.
And a good finish. Crosswell was going to finish third, just like she did a week ago for the DC Train, and earned 6 points. First and fourth for Energy Standard. They'll make up 4 more in the differential. And things are getting a whole lot tighter, but it's still the Cali Condors in the lead. Now with 378.5 points. DC Train, they've moved into third. Jeremy Stravius, he'll be in lane number 2. He had an impressive performance yesterday, getting a backstroke win, paired with Tristan Holland. Evgeny Rylov, likely the fastest 100 backstroker in the world. He'll be in lane number 5. Quick turnaround, Mitch Larkin, we just saw him swim the 200 IM. He's in lane number 8. Along with Branislav Vivecki, it's the men's 100-meter backstroke. James Gibson really felt like Rylov was the MVP yesterday, with some incredible performances, doing it all for the team in the relay. And now he has a chance to get some individual glory as well. Won the bronze in the 200 back, 6th in the 100 back. Rio 2016. And Mark, we saw Rylov really gun it in the 100 freestyle earlier.
Yeah, he's gone from the 100 free to the 100 back. James Gibson, Energy Standard head coach, he said to me, Rylov's been his big surprise this week. He's really stepped up for the team. Strarius down in lane 2 as well from DC Trident. He won the 50, going against Rylov in the 200, but don't count out Larkin on the outside up there. Up here in lane 8.
Don't count Simone Savioni. He would love to bring this Energy Standard crowd to their feet, but Rylov trying to do it on the third 25. And Rylov, Savioni, Mitch Larkin, all in contention here on the final 25. Wow, Rylov stays down. Evgeny Rylov doing it in the final 25 to get the win. Savioni will finish second and Mitch Larkin third. It takes so much guts to stay down on that final turn.
You see at the start there, you see the underwater fly kick. Rylov, best underwater fly kicker in there. Used the 15 at the end there, just coming into the wall. Great finish, great race. He must have been hurting after that freestyle.
10 points for Energy Standard. Cali Condors finished 3rd and 4th, and they will actually gain a point on Energy Standard. 9.5 points for the Aqua Centurions, 6.5 points for DC Triton, as those two teams battling it out for 3rd. DC Triton still remains in the number 3 spot with 267 points. Just a point and a half ahead of the Aqua Centurions. That is going to be a fun battle to watch for 3rd. As it's time for the women's 100-meter backstroke. Centurions love the performance by Savioni as they close the gap on the DC Train. Kabova, Bratton in 1 and 2. For the Aqua Centurions, Margarita Pensiero, she's in 4. Scali is in 3. Pensiero, 7th a week ago. We'd love to climb up. But the top four from a week ago, it was Cali Condors 1 and 2, Energy Standard 3 and 4, and we got the same swimmers as a week ago. Cali Bass at 8, Liga at 7. Swimming for the Cali Condors, Georgia Davies and Emily Seabaum at 5 and 6. You see, 27, 25, Seabaum and Liga. Still very young in their swimming careers. Liga, the world champion in the 50 backstroke. At 8, she was the world champion in the 100 back.
Liga there using that start so well. Great underwater. Mass going with her. Emily Seabaum's just a little bit back, and Georgia Davis is also in there, but it's going to be a tight one down this next length.
Liga turning first. 3/10 ahead of Kylie Mass. She put the pedal to the metal from the moment they went go. And the Cali Condors trying to get another 1-2 finish. Unless Seabaum can move up and try to break it up, it's going to be Liga leading the way. And another 1-2 finish for the Cali Condors, 16 more points. The Condors are flying together. What an incredible start it was for Liga.
I always think it's one of those things when you're tired, as long as you attack the race and get your speed out there, it's a lot easier than trying to bring it back. Left Seabaum just too much to do in the middle of the pool. Last stroke, diving for that wall. At that point, you're gasping for breath. You're just going, you want that wall to come quickly.
So the Condors first and second, Energy Standard third and seventh. And 9 points for Energy Standard, 16 points for the Cali Condors, so they'll add on 7. DC Triton able to tack on 2 more, so now they have a 3.5 point advantage over the Octo Centurions. As the Cali Condors get over the 400 mark, 405.5 points. But again, anything can happen down the stretch on the relays, and anything can happen on the skins. Triple points on the line. As we turn our attention to the mixed 4x100 meter freestyle relay.
Emily Seabaum and Georgia Davis just got out in the 100 backstroke. I think they've got too much energy left for me. They're sitting there, they're going to support their team. It's all about the team this week. Not about the times, not about the individuals, all about the team.
And the strategy. Do you put your swimmer in this race in the 4x100 if they're going to swim the skins?
Well, I know that, unless I'm wrong, Caleb Dressel's going to be in here for the Cali Condors, whereas Energy Standard are resting Manadou. There's no Manadou and no crowd for them. Sjöström's not going to be in here either. She's going to be rested, as is Hemskirk. So I think Energy Standard have gone all in at the skins at the end. It's a big gamble.
Mixed 4x100 meter freestyle relay, 18 points to the victor. DC Train, Zach Apple, Zane Grothy, Siobhan Hahi, Monica Postelin, they're 18. Federica Pellegrini will swim for the Aqua Centurions in lane number 3, along with Correa. Standard. Sweeping, chin stop. Reeve, Eva Sanchez. Olisak. But we will see Caleb Dressel set to swim for the Cali Condors in lane number 8. How much strategy is there in this event, Mark?
Well, what generally happens is most teams will go male, male, female, female. The reason for that is that in relays, when you put the men in the water, they create a lot of wash. And if you're a woman swimming in that wash, it can be very disruptive. You can't swim as well. So most of the teams gone man, man, woman, woman. It's interesting, I've just been watching Caleb Dressel behind the block. He's going to be going last, but he looks completely fresh and completely relaxed, even though he's got this event and then the skins after.
Yeah, Natalie Hines, she is going to swim the second leg of the relay. Mallory Comerford, the third leg, and then they're going to let Caleb Dressel try to track them all down. Energy Standard, the leaders after the first leg of the relay.
Yeah, this is where the strategy comes into play, as you say. Energy Standard in 5 have gone male-male. Let's see how far they can get ahead, because they've got 2 women to come. Remember, Dressel is going to be backing up the Cali Condors over here in lane number 8. It's going to get washy in there, though.
Federica Pellegrini, she's about to take off. Aqua Centurions moving themselves back into the mix. And they're moving themselves back into the mix in a big way. Both the relay teams moving up.
What I'm loving about this Energy Standard coming in, they've got a little bit of a lead, but it's a bit of a free-for-all out there. Things are changing all the time. These relay positions will change an awful lot over these next couple of legs.
Kayla Sanchez swimming for Energy Standard. Larissa Oliveira swimming for the Aqua Centurions, with Pellegrini swimming the final leg. This would be big. James Gibson, he's the relay master, and Energy Standard, they're in the lead. It's going to be a lot of work for Caleb Dressel to do.
They're some 12.5 meters behind, a half length behind at the moment. Energy Standard, great turn there at the end. She's got her head down, she's got to hit this wall, she's got to give herself as much of the lead as possible, because Dressel is going to be coming like a train at all these teams.
Penny Olisak will swim the final leg. Federica Pellegrini racing for Aqua Centurion, and in goes Caleb Dressel trying to track them all down.
So every relay, all 7 lanes have got a woman in the water, and you've got Dressel, the only male in lane 8 over here. He's going to be clawing back all the while. How many meters? Has he got enough ball left to catch them?
Aqua Centurions swimming second. Energy Standard in the lead. Caleb Dressel moving up. Energy Standard leading with 25 meters to go. Pellegrini holding on to second. Caleb Dressel, his team into second. Energy Standard's going to win it. Cali Condors finishing second. And Aqua Centurions third. The relay master has done it again.
Yeah, it's a great call from Gibson there. He's taking a couple of his key swimmers out. No Shoestrom, no Henskirt, no Manadou. He's resting them for the skins. Dressel's put himself on the line again. You see Dressel here in the last set. Energy Standard ahead in lane 5, a long way ahead, but you see Dressel just clawing back all the meters, ran out of ball at the end, but put his team into second place.
That'll narrow the gap. James Gibson has done it again. 18 points. And and they'll add on 8 more as they go first and fifth. Cali Condors second and sixth to earn 20 points. So Energy Standard able to make up 6 points in the 4x100 freestyle. Cali Condors in the lead, but there is still so much still to come. Skins race, 200 butterfly, Sjostrom, Manitou, they won it a week ago. Can they be crowned the champion of the skins this week in Naples? Swimming League just getting started. Got off to a great start last week in Indianapolis. And it's gone up a notch this week in Naples. As our Pool A teams competing against one another. But next week we're going to get a chance to see the London Roar, the Iron, LA Current, New York Breakers.
Thank you.
And the skin still remaining.
I've got Cindy from the DC Trident here. Are you enjoying yourself? Are you enjoying yourself?
I am. This is the most fun I've ever had at a swim meet, both days. I'm exhausted, but it's awesome.
How are the team doing? Have you got some changes up your sleeve for the end of the competition?
We have a few changes coming up. You know, you just see who's hot, and then you put them in and hope that they can do it. So we got some changes.
There seems to be a lot of changes going on. Coaches really thinking on their feet here.
I made a lot of changes yesterday, not so many today, but last minute change on the biggest race. You know, we'll see. It's kind of stacked. The skins is the top 4, but we'll see.
You've obviously been around swimming for a number of years. As I'm not your age, as I have. But are you loving this format of competition? You've seen the NCAAs, you've seen the Olympics, but what are you thinking about this?
I think this is super fun, exciting. I love the crowd. I love that they're getting the crowd into it. The music, the DJ, our energy is great. We are all in. And if I was still coaching at NCAAs, I'd put in the skins. That's just in every stroke, 50 of every stroke. I think that just shows you a lot. You have to train hard, you have to have speed, and that's just the best race.
Awesome, thank you very much indeed. Enjoy the rest of the meet.
Cindy Gallagher and the DC Trident in quite a battle right now with the Aqua Centurions. Back in Naples, check out our current match score. Cali Condors trying to get their first ISL win in 4 points. A week ago it was Energy Standard that won the Indianapolis match and earned 4 points. And Aqua Centurions, they have moved up just a half point, separating third and fourth, 2 points on the line for a third place finish, and you only get a point if you finish fourth overall. Today has had everything And a moment ago, Mark Foster got a chance to catch up with the head coach of the DC Triton, Cindy Gallagher.
I'm exhausted, but it's awesome.
And how are the team doing? Have you got some changes up your sleeve for the end of the competition?
We have a few changes coming up. You know, you just see who's hot, and then you put them in and hope that they can do it. So we got some changes.
There seems to be a lot of changes going on. Coaches really thinking on their feet here.
I made a lot of changes yesterday, not so many today, but last minute change on the biggest race. You know, we'll see. It's kind of stacked, the skins is, the top four, but we'll see.
You've obviously been around swimming for a number of years, as I'm not your age, as I have. But are you loving this format of competition? You've seen the NCAAs, you've seen the Olympics, but what are you thinking about this?
I think this is super fun, exciting. I love the crowd. I love that they're getting the crowd into it. The music, the DJ, our energy is great. We are all in. And if I was still coaching at NCAAs, I'd put in the skins. That's just in every stroke, 50 of every stroke. I think that just shows you a lot. You have to train hard, you have to have speed, and that's just the best race.
Awesome, thank you very much indeed. Enjoy the rest of the meet.
Absolutely, you don't want to miss it. Anything can happen in our final two events. 200 butterfly, skins race. It is going to decide who is going to leave Naples victorious. Right now, it's the Cali Condors on top, but anything can happen in the final half hour here in Naples. Just getting started. We told you next week, Pool B will hit the water as we will go to Dallas October 19th and 20th, and then back here to Europe, Budapest, Hungary, October 26th and 27th. And then all the teams from America will meet, and the Continental Derby, November 16th and 17th in Washington, D.C., and over at the Olympic Pool in London, the European Derby, November 23rd and the 24th, and the top two American teams, the top two European teams, Las Vegas, and the final match, December 20th and the 21st. Back down to the pool deck, and Mark.
Hi Bernie, I'm with Velimir Stepanovic here from DC Trident. Velimir from Serbia, but swimming for the DC Trident. Enjoying your new friends?
Yeah, for sure. This team's awesome. I think we're the most hyped team here. We're always in the box. We're always cheering our teammates, and I think it does add a little extra. And even in Italy, we have supporters, so it's good to see.
Obviously, you're competing here in the longer distance events. So you see all these sprinters going out, they're getting the easy job, but you're doing the hard job for the team.
Yeah, I mean, me and Zane are the 400 freestylers, but I'm quite versatile, so I can jump in a relay for sometimes, I just went a 47.5. So, I'm pretty happy with it. I'm just going to do as much as I can for the team.
I love that. Yeah, it's not about the times, it's all about your teamwork for the team.
Exactly. It's a group effort, and I think everyone stepped up today. We're giving it our all. It's the last day, last one, fast one. We're excited for the 200 fly and the skins.
That's awesome. Thank you very much indeed. I'm just going to go and talk to James Gibson over here. Good job. Enjoy the rest of the meet. Follow me.
MVP awarded at the completion of each match. Right now, Caleb Dressel, 44 points. He's the lead of the MVP standing. Sjostrom second, 38.5 points. Liga third with 38 points, and Chad Leclos sitting in the number 4 spot. And we'll see what is on James Gibson's mind. He is down on the pool deck with Mark. There's our MVP leaderboard, and anything can happen in the skins battle at the end, but Caleb Dressel making his ISL debut in the lead. tonight it's going to go down to this 200 butterfly skins race to decide who is the MVP. It will decide who will go home with 4 points. We have had quite a show so far the first 2 days. Spectacular performances, even at a tie in the 200 IM. It went down to the wire. And for many, the best is still to come because everybody can't wait to see the skins race. Aqua Centurions, they've moved Pellegrini into the skins race, so we're gonna get a chance to see her battle. But first, it's the women's 200-meter butterfly. This is a tough event, Mark, to compete in at the end of the meet. As we check out our start list.
Listen, this is a hard race to swim at any time, let alone at the end of 2 days of hard racing and multiple events.
See Mary Sophie Harvey, 1,200 meters she's put in over 2 days. She'll be in lane 5. Fontaine, her teammate, in lane number 6. 7 and 8, Kelsey Dahlia, Megan Kingsley, Brenna Throssell, Bethany Gladden 1 and 2, and Bianchi and Henke in 3 and 4 for the Aqua Centurions. Cali Condors without last week's winner, Haley Flickinger. Megan Kingsley's been inserted into her spot.
Thank you, Mark.
Again, the big challenge for these coaches, for the general managers, trying to put the best 12 athletes, male side, best 12 athletes, female side, to compete. It's all about the points. It's all about putting your hand on the wall first, not about the times. Cali Condors, they got a chance to tie Energy Standard at the top of the table if they can get the team win this weekend. Pretty much synchronized swimming the first 75. This one is up in the air, Mark.
Yeah, they're all trying to set their rhythm out, trying to find how many strokes it is per length. They've all got a stroke rate. They're probably sitting at about 10, 12 strokes a length. I don't know. Everybody's different. Everyone's using the rule a little bit differently. It's just finding your own rhythm. Try not to push it too hard so you can make sure you can come back. That's halfway. That's 4 lengths of butterfly. They've got 4 more to go.
And it's Megan Kingsley. Kelsey Dahlia for the Cali Condors in 7 and 8. They're in the lead, 75 meters to go.
I think in normal competition, they just have this one race in a session, maybe with possibly a relay, but they've got a lot of races in their arms now. All the laps and laps they do of training are just for this, just for these moments where they can pull deep, go into those reserves.
Bethany Galat, she has been a workhorse with the DC train. She's in lane number 2. She's trying to move up. Bianchi, Henke trying to move up for the Aqua Centurions. They're in a battle for 3rd with the DC train. But as they turn with 25 meters to go, it looks like the Cali Condors are destined for 16 more onto the scoreboard. The question is, will it be Kingsley or will it be Dahlia? It's Megan Kingsley getting the win and a 1-2 finish for the Cali Condors. Ilara Bianchi finishing 3rd, and Greg Troy will smile at that win.
I love that, the first and second, but they're pushing each other to the wall. Neither of them are giving an inch. Here back to the start. Just getting away, setting the stall out, trying to find their rhythm early on. Into the last wall, last lap, big glide there from Dahlia. That's the thing when you're hurting at the end of the race and you're just trying to get the air in. You're just trying to spot the wall here at the finish. Great race. 1 and 2, that's a big 1 and 2 for the Cali Condors at this end of the competition.
Back to their largest lead of the match. 1st and 2nd, and only 2 points for Energy Standard. As they'll get 7th and 8th, and they don't get a point from that 8th spot because of Fontaine didn't meet the minimum qualifying time. Condors celebrating as they've extended their lead. They're trying to make it where it's not quite as much down to the stretch in the Skins. One more chance to see Chad Leclos. He's in lane number 6, men's 200 butterfly. Leclos and Zerk, 5 and 6. Jan Sikowski, Mark Saranik in 7 and 8 for the Cali Condors. As I change, Revolta in 3 and 4. And the last chance for Chad Leclos, who was right in MVP contention. He was the top male a week ago, to try to chase down Caleb Dressel. He's gotten in a lot of tough racing this weekend. And how much is this racing going to benefit an athlete like Chad Leclos as he prepares for Tokyo 2020?
It just shows you, if you can draw on those reserves, it tells you an awful lot about yourself. When you're hurting, you're coming up here against some fresher athletes. Chad's already swum the 50 fly and the 100 freestyle. You see him taking out a hard here. If he takes out a hard, he can find his rhythm and put a little bit of distance between him and the others. Chad normally can play around at the back, and if he can't pick it up, that's going to be really difficult.
He looks smooth. The first 75.
Got great underwater. You see when he turns around on the wall, he just pushes and glides through the 5-meter mark, and then does about 5 or 6 kicks that take him up to about 11 or 12 meters. Here he is, turns around, nice and tight, tuck position, holds the glide, starts the kick, up at 12 meters. Even though he's starting to breathe heavy and hurting, he's still holding up those underwater skills really well.
Leclos trying to set the tone. He would love to see Energy Standard with 3 straight wins to wrap up this Naples match. That would make things interesting at the top.
Vazios down in lane 2. There was only 1/100 of a second separating them in Indianapolis last week. Chad will know that. That's why he's trying to give himself a little bit of a lead here, because Vazios would just come back at him at the end.
He is charging this final 50, but it's Chad Leclos in the lead with 25 meters to go. Vazios staying down, but there's going to be no doubt about this 200 flag. It's another win for Chad Leclos. 9 more points for Energy Standard. Vazios will finish second. That'll help move him up in the MVP total. Seemed like Chad Leclos looked very comfortable in that 200 butterfly.
He went 2 seconds faster in Indianapolis, so he held nothing back there. And I spoke to him earlier when he was talking about the MVP. He obviously had that in the back of his mind, and I said to him earlier in the warm-up, you like showing off, this is your arena, isn't it? And he loves it. James Gibson, Energy Standard, they're pumped. That was a big point shift right there. It's going to be close towards the end for these Skins though.
14 points for Energy Standard and only 3 points for the Cali Condors. They will make back 11 in that race. DC Train making up 2 points on the Aqua Centurions. So Cali Condors 444.5 points, Energy Standard 412. When we come back, Sjostrom, Manitou, they'll try to get 27 points for Energy Standard. The Skins race when we come back.
be in London.
Oh, cool.
He's going to be for 2 weeks, and then he'll come and go to Doha. And he's going to stay a week in Turkey and then come to London.
I'm here with Chad Leclerc poolside. Just got out of the pool, getting your breath back. Masterclass 200 butterfly, I must say.
Thank you so much. Yeah, honestly, firstly, the crowd tonight and last night was amazing. It's a real privilege coming back to Italy and racing here. You know, I have many fans, so big thank you to them. But all around a great tournament, so big thank you to Mr. Constantine. He pulled off a great show.
I like that, because it's your last race this evening, but you went 2 seconds faster in Indianapolis a week ago. You didn't leave anything in that pool tonight, did you?
No, absolutely. You know, for me, of course, the last race, you must put your head down, you know. All the races, really, you know, I had a tough night tonight. But I'm very happy with the way the team performed. I think it's going to come down to the wire now at the skins, so hopefully we can get the nick. But if Cali beat us, congrats to them. But I'm confident that we can get the win.
And we had a little chat earlier on, talking about the MVP. I think you put yourself in there with a good shout. That was some great swimming.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, you know, more importantly, the team comes first. But I would be lying if I said I didn't want the MVP title. You know, if you can get that head of trestle, that's a huge achievement. But for me, I'm just very happy to be a part of this team. We performed really well, like I said, and got to get that ticket stamped for Vegas. That's the most important one.
And the more swimming events we see like this for swimming and for the sport, it can only be a good thing for swimmers in the Pro League.
Absolutely, man. Everything, the lighting, the DJ, the entrance, the team dynamics of it really makes it exciting. And, you know, like I said, that last 200 fly, I saw the boys cheering. I heard them ding, ding, ding. So I'm like, oh, no, I can't lose this tonight. You know what I mean? But, yeah, obviously, again, the crowd really made it really extra energy. And London's going to be even better. It's my first time racing since 2012. So it's going to be a phenomenal comeback.
2012 was not a bad race. That's the first time you put yourself on the world scene, right?
Yeah, it was unbelievable. You know, I still think about that day, how it changed my life. You know, I mean, I think my life would have been very different if I went 6 100 slower, but I'm very grateful to everybody, grateful to Michael. You know, he made me big also. You know, I got to say thanks to that, but also I'm very grateful to my family. They really put me out there. My dad, he put me on the map also in London, but yeah, just I'm really, really grateful to be in the position I'm in.
Listen, you put your dad on the map too, so congratulations to you. Well done, go and get some rest.
Thanks, mates. Cheers.
And Chad Leclerc right now leading the MVP race, 44.5 points, a half point ahead of Caleb Dressel, who still has the skins, 50 to go. Our winner a week ago, Jared Sjostrom, 38.5 points, a half point ahead of Olivia Schmoliga. What a weekend. Bethany Galat, she's been a workhorse for the DC Triton. She's currently 5th with 33.5 points. The battle goes down to the skins race. This is how it works. The end of round 1, 4 swimmers eliminated. They only get 1 to 4 points. Round 2, double points for the ones that are eliminated to finish 3rd and 4th. And to the final, 27 points to the victor, 21 points for 2nd place. And this, folks, is special. 50 skins on the women's side, and a week ago, Energy Standard 1-2. They advance Hemskert and Sjostrom into the final. And they'll try to do it again. Energy Standard trying to turn the table here in the skins race. Pellegrini, she's entered into the competition for the Aqua Centurion. The team's really working on their strategy. So much energy in the building right now. then move on in the women's 50 skins.
This is awesome. 4 go through, tactics involved, trying to get through but not trying to preserve a little bit of energy.
Hamskirt, Sjostrom moving up. She is going to seal the deal. She'll move on. Energy Standard, they get 2. Hahi moves on for the DC Triton, as well as Pellegrini. Survive and advance. That's what it's all about. Now do you warm down? What do you do here, Mark?
There's no warming down. They're gonna, you can see here, Energy Standard, they've got a couple of coaches out and they're just rubbing the swimmers down behind the block. I can see Smoliga here in lane 7. She's just swimming gently out and gently back. That's all you can do. Just keep your body moving, but slowly let your heart rate go down. Let the lactate get out a tiny bit. This next one's going to be the one, though. Only 2 go through to the final. Remember, Energy Standard came 1st and 2nd last time. They got the tactics completely right. Smoliga still in the water, just bouncing. It's a brutal race. I've done a couple of these skins events myself, and I had a few more minutes rest than this, and that hurt me an awful lot.
Smoliga, Hamskirt, Sjostrom, Hahi advancing on, and this is big for the Cali Condors. This is big for the DC Triton. Can they break up the 1-2 punch that we saw from Energy Standard a week ago? Smoliga said she changed her tactic.
I think Smoliga held back a tiny bit there. She only just made it through to this last 4, to be fair. But maybe she saved herself a little bit, because making it through to the last 2, remember, triple points to double points is a huge shift. And the Cali Condors can't afford to give away too many points here. You know, they're just standing there and they know that clock's ticking down. They know they don't have too long left and they're going to have to get up again. They're just trying to take some big, deep breaths. If it was me, I'd still be sitting on that chair until the last minute.
Hahi in 3, Sjostrom in 4, Hamskirt in 5, Smoliga in 6.
Hamskirt in 5 is a great 200 freestyler, so you know she's going to have a good second 50 here. Sjostrom, the girl in form, fastest woman in the world at the moment. We know she's going to be quick off the block.
Who's going to have the opportunity for triple points? Good start. Olivia Smoliga trying to break it up for the Cali Condors. Hahi trying to get in the mix as well. Hamskirt with a good turn. Smoliga, Hamskirt. Sjostrom's going to move on. The battle is for second. Sjostrom and Hamskirt. Energy Standard. 1-2 again.
Yeah, that's what they wanted. James Gibson, head coach there. They're pumped. The team's pumped. Maximum points. Smoliga nearly upset the party. Just came down to the touch. Hamskirt, strong second length there.
That's a game changer, folks.
Smoliga, what a great start there. I mean, all these girls are tired, but she got the skills off the start right. Sjostrom over first, then Smoliga. She's staying underneath the water here, using that underwater to her to advantage, but Hamskirt, 200 freestyle, they're just too strong at the end there. Look at her legs kicking hard. This came down to the touch between these two.
James Gibson knows 48 points in the books for Energy Standard. Doesn't really matter who's first or second, but for Sarah Sjostrom, she wants to win it. She remembers what it was like to be MVP a week ago. Can she be the skins winner back-to-back weeks?
I mean, this just comes down now to pride. They've got maximum points, they're teammates, they're happy for one another, they've done the job done. Now it's just a spectacle, now it's just a demonstration. Sjostrom, the fastest in the world, she just wants to show to this crowd she is the fastest woman on this planet.
Sjostrom in 4. Hemsgert in 5. Things are getting interesting here in Naples.
Thank you, Mark.
Sjostrom feels like she gets better as the skins goes on. Will that be the case?
Look at that Hemsgert with her head down.
Look at that, she's out. First 25 in the lead. Hemsgert trying to get the win. Sjostrom trying to climb back. Hemsgert fading down the stretch. Sjostrom and Hemsgert. It is Sjostrom on the final 25. The skins winner again.
What an awesome race. Teammates gone through all 3 rounds together. So much lactate in their body. Job done. Sjostrom there changed the tactic in that last one. She was like, I'm going to get down the first length, I'm going to float down the first length and give it on the second length. The team getting behind him. Shaq Leclerc in the front there. He's done his job. He's happy. And they made it a great race. Sjostrom coming back on Hemsgert in the last 10 metres. Getting the touch by 0.13 of a second.
An even bigger mark. They're now a half a point in front of the Cali Condors. Naples is going to go down to the men's 50 skins. What a change. What a turn after that 1-2 finish for Energy Standard. James Gibson sprinters getting it done once again.
Come on, boys!
And so it goes down to this. The men's skins to determine the team title. Dressel in 7, Ben Pratt in 5, Manitou in lane number 6.
Thank you, Mark.
Great start again for Caleb Dressel. 4 moving on. Great start for Manitou. Dressel turning first. Dressel, proud. Manitou Manadou, who's going to join him? With the top four advancing, Dressel gets the win in round one. Manadou proud, and Aqua Centurion even getting one to move on.
That's Dressel just swimming back slowly. Last couple of strokes. Dressel in first, Manadou in second. It's the four we thought would go through to the next round. Crowd qualifying, and also Golmiev.
So Dressel advances. His teammate, Bo Becker, he's going to have to settle for 4 points. A big thing for Energy Standard.
Come on, Benny, come on, son.
Is that they've moved two swimmers on to the semifinal, Manadou and Ben Proud. So depending on the outcome here, they're either going to get 13 or 10 points.
Coaches getting the athletes there, rubbing them down. Ben Proud just breathing deeply. The heart rate's up. The lactate starts setting into the body now. You want to keep it as long as possible so you can flush the lactate out. This is the one, remember, making it through to the first two. Paper says Manadou and Dressel. How much has Dressel got left though? He's raced an awful lot tonight. These guys have got so much respect for each other.
Centurions pushing 1, 3, even 3. Ben Proud in 4, Manadou in 5, Dressel in 6. Only 2 will survive in battle to be Skins champion. Ben Proud right now, they're battling it out for the second spot. Caleb Dressel racing away, and now Manadou's going to come on and join him. It's Dressel and Manadou on to the final.
I think it's Romeo. Tom says it's Romeo.
Still some fast swims after that first one. Dressel there just completely shut down. You saw him as the flop that first 25 metres. There's Dressel. His first 25 metres, I mean, that start was incredible. He's got his head down here. He just thinks, right, I'm going to go for this first length. Look, bang. Off the wall, he's got a body length on Manadou. He looks across now, shuts it down, trying to save as much as possible. Manadou having to work hard to make it to the top two. One race to go, head-to-head. The Olympic champion from 2012 against the world champion from 17 and 19, the man in form, Caleb Dressel.
James Gibson pushing all the right buttons here at the end. His team took the lead because of the performance by Sarah Sjostrom, getting a 1-2 finish. And now he's got Florent Manadou out of the final. The men's Skins trying to battle it out against Caleb Dressel. Dressel trying to be the MVP this week. Sjöström and Leclerc currently on top. But we've yet to add on Caleb Dressel, who could get 13.5 points if he is the skins winner. He's trying to get the 27 points for his team.
Here we go, Manadu, he's pouring water on himself even though he's just been in a pool of water. So who can recover quickest? There's not a lot of time to recover here. Dressel just taking some deep breaths. Manadu, been out for 3 years, only been back in the water for about 3 months. These two's pride. Fastest men on the planet.
How about this? They raced for the first time in history yesterday, and they've raced this event 3 more times tonight.
Standing again, looking at each other. Here we go.
Take your mark.
Dressel, Manadu, who will be the skins winner? Whoa, what a start for Caleb Dressel! Rockets into the pool and he's into the turn. How about this performance? 8 events on the weekend and Caleb Dressel wins the skins. Pushed to the maximum indeed.
Got to respect for one another. That hurt. That really hurt. Dressel, incredible swimming. 21-0, 21-3, 21.3. His start is just incredible.
But despite that, 33 points for Energy Standard. They're key. They got 2 swimmers into the semis of the skins, and they are going to go away. James Gibson, 4 more points. They are inching closer to going to Las Vegas. Gibson continues to push the right buttons. He continues to have the strategy right. 1-2 finish in the women's skins. First and second in the men's skins. Caleb Dressel comes in and he does make a huge impact though for the Cali Condors. He's the weekend MVP. But Energy Standard stays atop the standings. They win Indianapolis, and they've now won Naples as well. And our MVP of the Naples match, Caleb Dressel, putting the work in. Skins winner. And it wasn't easy, Mark, swimming 8 races.
No, he's dug deep, and he said he wanted to come here. It wasn't about times. It was about racing, doing his thing for the team. He's a real team player. He's been so successful in the NCAAs. What an animal.
Skins winner, MVP, 57.5 points for Caleb Dressel. Sjöström finishing second in the MVP standings and Chad Leclerc third. How much fun was Naples? The International Swimming League just getting started. We'll see you in Dallas next week.